400 miles is the distance. That'll take 267 laps to complete, 45 on pit row. And Larry, the fuel window is a little variable depending on who you talk to.
Well, it is. You know, they're still searching with this new Sunoco fuel. They're still searching with the tuning and the fuel mileage. I think that will be a player before this day's over.
Denny Hamlin at the back due to an engine change. His teammate Kyle Busch did that 2 years ago here. From the pole, went to the back for an engine change, won the race.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing Vegas style, boys!
Welcome everybody to race 3 of the season. Wow, my car started to hook left for a second there. I thought I was going to get turned. Ironically enough, 2 weeks in a row we would have collided with Marcus Ambrose. But yeah, welcome to race 3 here at Las Vegas. Hate the city, love the track. I think I've said that every time we've come here. But actually, damn it. I meant to do that when I got home today. So I went to double check, but I don't think we've won at Las Vegas since it's been banked. But I still always love coming here. It's just a fun track. So yeah. We have the Nesquik paint scheme here. And I know at the time in 2011 they didn't have yellow walls, but like I've explained before, actually I think I explained it at Phoenix maybe even. You know, just running the best version of tracks because I just get tired of the AI being all wonky sometimes, and then it's just like finding glitches, and I can't use said track. And this way, I just have a track I know it's gonna work like, you know, clockwork. So anyway, we had gotten to lap 73, and the game crashed from a caution coming out, and I think actually I've solved possibly, oh wow, sorry Carl, didn't mean to give you that big of a bump, solved the issue of why we had the game crashing. I'll get into that in a minute, but I can't really pass. Like, I'll try to pass him on the inside here. I struggle very mightily on the bottom trying to pass, so I'm trying to get to his outside. But while I'm running behind him, we are maintaining a little space between us and Tony. And Tony was the driver who I had to battle the most this race weekend, qualifying aside, for tops of charts. So we were fastest in practice, obviously fastest in qualifying. Tony was second in practice. He wasn't second fastest in qualifying, that was Carl Edwards. But Tony beat me out by like 4/10 in happy hour for fastest lap. I think it's because he had some drafting help from somebody. But right now, just kind of cruising behind Carl. I'm not getting much heat from the 14, and it's helping me also save tires. So I'm kind of like okay with where I'm at, but not anymore. Tony's right up my butt. So I'd like to try to get around the 99 if I can, but I'm gonna have to do it on the outside. So, but the problem is on entry, I can't get to his outside very easily. Oh, through the center I do. But we drive way up the track. Oh, try to keep it off the wall. Almost ended up in the 99.
Clear all around, all clear inside.
Running a pretty high line here. Have to feather. Little kiss to the wall. Carl, don't give the 14 the bottom.
No pressure out back. We'll keep you posted. Still there.
We should clear him off with 2. Oh, thank God. I do not want to do that again through 3 and 4. All right, so we're good to go now to lead. Well, we actually led that last lap. Our first lap of the 2011 season. Should the race go green, it didn't, obviously, because we had a caution come out, like I said, on lap, you know, it was like lap 73, I think. But, yeah, should a caution come out, I believe at this point that kind of almost eliminates pit strategy. But while we're speaking of cautions, it'd be a great way to segue back into something I was mentioning about the first attempt at this race. So I've had issues where going back to green, very rarely have I had the game crash. Well, I can't say very rarely. I've had its fair share crash just in the middle of a race. Nothing happening. But the most common game crash I've experienced is under caution. And the difference between the two when I've had the game crash is when it's under caution, I've always had the game freeze and it just sits there and the engine starts just going ram, 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 ram. Whereas under green flag conditions, the game is just kind of like and then it crashes to Windows. The other one I have to like force close with alternate control delete. And it dawned on me. So we were getting ready to go green, and the leaders were like having a brain fart on how they were going to get around the lap cars, because we always send the lap cars to the back with the better cautions mod. And so I was leading, so I was already up there with the pace car. And second place, was it Tony? Yeah, it was Tony Stewart, and then I think Junebug and Edwards. They would not pass the lap cars. So we were getting ready to go green, and we had like a 9-second lead. I'm like, well, I can't do that. So rather than just let it go green and then throw the caution again, and be under the yellow flag, possibly to the end of the race, I elected to, you know, hit cautions, turn caution back on, run it for one lap by hitting, you know, the 0 button. Like, I think that's what a lot of people do, is have it at 0 as their hotkey for throwing a yellow flag through the game chat. And we went ready to go green, and it froze, and I had to force close it. I think it's not so much an issue with the game, but I think it's an issue with when I tell it I want to run one more caution lap when we're already starting to kind of double up. I think the better caution mod like freezes, like it just doesn't know what to do, and it just locks everything up, and that's why my game was crashing. So I don't know how I'm going to work around that issue, because I can't go green with a 9-second lead, or, you know, any type of gap for anybody whatsoever. But the problem with them going green while they're on the back stretch or something, so to speak, you know, in this example, I get the green flag here, they're on the back stretch, they're going to go to turns 3 and 4, people are going to pass, and they're going to get black flagged. That opens a whole other can of worms. So I don't know really what the workaround's going to be, but anyway. We are catching lap traffic. Me, Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, and Marcos Ambrose. The 4 of us have pulled out to a 2.5-second gap back to Ryan Newman. And then Newman, Hamlin, Montoya, and Vickers, and Kenseth as well. They have a 4-second gap just about to Ruderman. We're about to lap the 24 car. He comes in here, jumped 19 spots in the points. He's in the top 10 coming in. Sorry, Jeff, I'm not following you. I think I have the wrong 24 car in here, actually. But, yeah, I'm not following you on the bottom. Sorry, buddy. Fudge. I got loose trying to keep it off the wall. One thing I mentioned at the end of the last race in the Cup Series was that I was like, oh, wait, is this the wild card year? And I started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, it is. And yeah, it is the wild card year. And then I realized when I was just confirming everything, the point system changed to where it's not, you know, the 175 or 180, whatever. It's like 43, 42, 40. So I had to change all the points. So I had to go in, redo all my Score 4 stuff, set up make a note to add that type of scoring system into Score 4. And so we're using that one now. It has Casey Kane and Paul Menard tied for the point lead It's showing Kane as the leader, but Menard has the win, so I think it just goes by average finish for tiebreakers. Wow, okay, 37.
Stay high.
Is that Tony Raines, right?
Still there.
Yeah. So Tony Raines didn't really
Clear
have
all
anybody
around,
under
all
him. He
clear.
just started moving up, up, up. But yeah, we're gonna go around Robbie here. So
All around, all clear.
we come in here 17th in points, and we are trying to look out of the corner of my eye, but not a good idea in the middle of a turn. We are 31 points back, so
29, 3, 6,
still a decent chunk, but bonus points now pay. I think it was, I forget the percentage higher, but it is a higher percentage. So they mean a lot more, and so does the bonus points for wins and stuff like that. So winning
side,
is good. Not that it ever
all
wasn't.
around, all clear. Side, side.
Man, Kyle Busch is even going a lap down.
Still there. Clear all around, all clear.
Shit. I misjudged that entry, scraped the wall, damaged the car. Hopefully it doesn't make us too tight and we burn out our tires faster, but trying to get through the lap cars as fast as I can to give myself a buffer to Tony. Right now it's, wow, move up the high lane much, Andy?
Loud side.
Granted, I can definitely pass him on the bottom, but still.
Clear all around, all clear. 29,
We have a 1 3/4 second lead over Tony Stewart now. Carl Edwards, actually, he dropped off of our little group, it looks like, by about a second. Ambrose is right on top of Tony. So we got a good run going right now.
29, 4, 2, 8.
Trying to get those most laps led. It would be so nice to finally win here. If I remember in history correctly in this series, not having won at the bank version. If we get a caution, I'll probably try to take a peek at my notes just to double check. Actually, I could just pull up the intro on my phone and just check the stats there. But, because, what was it, 07?
3,
We went to banked? Yeah, because we had 2 videos with the flat, 05 and 06, so yeah, 07. Looking forward to coming here twice. If I remember the schedule off the top of my head, we have Kansas twice too. I like Kansas. Iowa, we have some experience from maybe 2 seasons ago.
7, 3.
That would have been 09. Yeah, I think 09 we ran trucks at Iowa. And then we have Kentucky, which we've had experience there in Nationwide and trucks, so. Oh, I was gonna mention it at the beginning. I went off on my thing about tracks and stuff, yellow car, yellow wall, all that. Yeah, surprisingly we did get, oh no, I did talk about the fastest times, never mind. But I was surprised we got the pole, and that we were as fast as we were. I changed the setup, the difficulty and everything. Nothing's changed since last season with Vegas, because obviously we didn't win it, so we didn't have to up the difficulty. But we did have a hard time keeping up. Not so much this season right now, because went with a totally different setup. I pulled my 07. There was a setup in my 07 Vegas track file I wanted to give a shot, and I mean, it jumped us from low 20 or high 20. When I say high 20s, I mean, no, yeah, low 20s. Yeah, low 20s. Like, I think we were like 22nd, 23rd, somewhere in there. Yeah, it jumped us all the way to the top of the chart. So we got a good setup finally here. So a win, obviously, you know, going by the rules that we've set. Difficulty goes up next season. This is a race that typically goes by pretty quick, if I recall. We got 31 cars on the lead lap. Joey Logano is P31, so gonna
Outside.
Alright, I'll have to send it a little bit here.
Still there.
Sorry, Brad. I don't think we touched. I didn't hear any of those. Like, you'll hear like a weird sound, like it's amplifying the sound of your car making contact with something. I didn't hear that sound. So I don't think I hit Brad. Like, I don't think I made contact. Like, alright, I'm gonna be stupid here, but listen. You hear that elevation and or the sound get louder a little bit there? I didn't hear that sound. So I don't think I touched Brad. But if I did, I apologize. I saw Joey looked like he was going to try to go 3 wide. So I was like, well, I don't want to be 3 wide. I was like, if I just send it, I should clear them both. And I mean, obviously I didn't clear Brad. But I didn't know what Mears was going to do. I'd argue that maybe Joey got into Brad, not me. 2.5 second lead. I'm not trying to, I don't have to really push it too hard right now in this traffic if I don't have to. That's what I'm gotta keep in mind. Just go underneath Jamie.
Stay low. Clear all around, all clear. Side, side.
Surprised he was able to make a march back to pass me like that. But I'll gladly get back around him. I'm starting to slow down just a tick because my right front tire is now yellow. And we can still go 32 more laps. So that leaves us with 15 to go. So we can definitely take tires, but I still don't know if I'm taking 2 or 4. Well, that didn't. Well, I guess it's alright. I didn't mean to actually go that high through the turn there, but try something here. See if we can maintain some speed and still save some tires if we can try running a little bit higher. It was 224 at the line. It's what did I say, 224? So it's 231 now. So we did pull away just a little bit. .272. I guess Tony's hung up in yeah, he's hung up in traffic. That's why. So that's the benefit of getting through that traffic faster. Now everyone seems like they're kind of just broken up into, I guess, like little packs of 4 or 5 just drafting around together. But that's all starting to get a little bit shuffled now. More that lap traffic and everything. I think we're going to see more. Some, like, not more, but maybe a few more like single car lines or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Jeff, no matter how many times I see the back of your car, I'm going to not follow you into these turns. I know it's followed me for social media, but that's why I think I had the wrong car, because I don't think he had that at this race. Boyer scared me a little bit there. I thought he might jump to the outside of Reagan.
Clear all around, all clear. Side, side.
Big run on the outside of Mark Martin. Wow, we're 4 seconds ahead of Tony. Well, I think we also were pulling draft from some of these lap cars that helped give me a little bit of extra speed, and we've been getting through lap traffic faster. Tell you, the first run when the game crashed. It crashed while I was in the lead, but going back to the green, what's going on? All right, well, you're gonna stay low, right?
Side. Clear.
Maybe he wasn't gonna stay low. But going back to the green, I was actually really nervous because I thought there was no way I was gonna hold on to the lead because
Inside. Clear all around, all clear.
those are both front row motorsports cars, right? Pretty sure. I do not like anything that I'm seeing in this pack here.
3 wide, inside. 3 wide, inside.
Bounce off the wall.
Clear all around, all clear.
Y'all, I got a 5-second lead almost. Y'all do what you gotta do real fast. I'm not gonna get involved. I got cars bouncing off each other.
Halfway this time, outside.
I was thinking about going down to the apron. Not gonna do it. I don't want to have a Brad Keselowski situation again.
Still there, 3 wide, side.
Oh,
inside.
stay away from the wall. Damn you, Allmendinger. Alright,
all
we're
around,
clear.
all clear. Outside. Stay low. Stay low. Clear all around, all clear.
Oh, there's Tony Raines.
Stay high. 30. Stay 2. Clear all around, all clear.
I don't think Allmendinger's that quick, so he comes in here third at points.
Side.
So he had a good
Still there.
500 in Phoenix
Clear
as
all
well,
around, all clear.
but he's now a lap down in 19th. Tony's gained some time on us. He's 3.3 back. The game did a weird little hiccup thing, but didn't say anything. Is that a car on pit road? That's it's Brad Keselowski on pit road, but he got damaged earlier, so I don't know if he's just on a cycle. But the game did a weird little pause thing where most of the time I see that pit stops start happening, so I got to keep an eye out for that. We're 3.5 seconds ahead of Tony. Well, I'm sorry, 3.8, so almost 4. Now we're 4.5. Is he stuck in traffic? Yeah, he's stuck in some traffic.
Outside.
But I'm going to want to be a little bit careful, I guess, now of that inside lane because it seems like cars are pitting. Well, some have anyway. Because I could have sworn on the last time by I saw a car down there. One car, I'll take the gamble on the apron there. My right sides are melting now.
Outside.
34, behave.
3 wide now in the middle, clear. Clear all around, all clear.
I hate that low entry. Jimmy, give me some breathing room, bro. I am shocked at how well we're performing. Like I said, I thought I was going to lose it on that last caution on the first race I did. The other side of that story, actually, I don't think I mentioned was the entire race. I mean, I did not lead very many laps. This is way better second time around. And the funny thing was, we were better in the beginning of that race. We were kind of falling off. It was just through some pit-in strategy that we got to the front, but we had worn tires. They had newer tires. Here we're under, you know, green flag conditions without any strategy, and we got to the front, and we're pretty dominant with the 6.5 second lead now over Carl Edwards, who's got Tony and Marcos Ambrose with him. That's 16th place up ahead of Andy Lally, Kevin Harvick. Cars are on pit road. I don't want to pit. Wow. Wow, Lally. This is the second time you've done this to me, I feel like.
Inside.
You moved up
Still there.
just as I was coming to pass you.
All clear. Outside.
32. That's Skinner still from last week. Yeah.
3401.
I don't want to pick because I don't want to get, you know, but then again, if I stay out, I'm going to lose time. And I don't want to also, yeah, I have the whole field a lap right now, so that means everyone's probably pit, so. All right, we're clear behind me, right?
Yellow's out, yellow's out. You're clear if you need it. Closed at this time. Pit road's closed at this time. 45, 2900 second.
Wow.
Yellow's out, yellow's out. Yellow's out.
Oh, I can't believe we didn't hit anything or anybody hit us. Shocked.
Start right behind the pace car. Stay around to 27.
Caution number 1. I could run this at full speed. Yeah, it's my fault. Looped it going to pit road. I think I committed to it late. So, yeah, it's all on me. Well, folks, it's happening.
They're asking for a good start.
Don't have to pass the lead of the pace line. What? Oh, are you serious? Am I gonna get black flagged?
Let him go.
It's not even my fault. All right, here they come. They're finally catching up. But I'm gonna get
All right,
blacked.
buddy, coming to the green here. Let him go.
So I'm just gonna go down pit road.
The 27 day line. 45,
I'll just go down pit road. Let them go.
Do not speed. 2900 second.
This is really weird. I don't know what's going on.
All right, buddy, here we come. 1, 22, 6, 5, 3.
We're not going green?
Green flag.
Okay.
Dig hard.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yellow's out, yellow's out. You're clear if you need it. Stay on the apron now. Stay on the bottom, stay on the bottom. Yellow is out, we got it. You did the right thing, bud. You did the right thing. Heavy right side damage, I'll watch it.
I'm pretty sure I stayed on the apron. What the fuck just happened? 26 fucking laps from the finish.
Closed at this time. The road's closed at this time.
Everybody's like dead.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. All right, buddy. Watch your speed.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Brad Keselowski just attempted manslaughter there. What happened?
Start right behind the pace car.
Caution number 2. So as I'm going to explain, I think a little bit more in detail. I actually cut back to this during the race to see what happened, and I go on a rant, but I'm probably gonna go on a rant again. Like, just I've never seen such. Wow. I mean, I look back. We did make contact with Brad. He targeted me, like straight legit targeted me there. Like, we'll get a better angle. I just needed to a wide enough angle to be able to catch all the chaos from this. Like, and the fact that he targeted me so blatantly like that, that's why we are keeping this race, and I'm not redoing it from all the BS from these cautions restarts. But just look at all the damaged cars that resulted from that. Like, Tony flips, I'm pretty sure, yeah, or he's at least in the air. Casey Mears is flipping. Tony kind of flew over my car. Just so many cars wrecked. We obviously are going to have some onboards coming, but just wow. and also before anybody thinks that like I'm making it up that he targeted me, like obviously it could have just been coincidental, but the fact that we made contact with Brad and ruined his 30th place race, look at this. Look at this. How does that not look like he targeted me after making contact with him earlier in the race? Like, how does that not look like he targeted me? Wild. Never have seen that. We've seen so many unique things, I feel like, that I never saw just in my casual play back in the day. I almost go over, I just realized. Like, I'd never had things like this happen back when I would just do races here and there and just been doing this career mode. Clinton Boyer gets upside down actually too, I noticed now. 34 is in the air. Like Tony Stewart does a pop 360 shove it like it's a skateboard. But I've just seen so many things that like I just never thought I would see. And yeah, that's as close to a revenge shot as I've ever seen. I mean, we've had bump and runs from Kenseth. We've had cars spin out by themselves. We now have drivers straight legit targeted payback from earlier incidents. And like I said, from an AI perspective, it could have just been all just coincidental. It was Keselowski, but it just looks, and it just feels way too much like it was targeted. We're going to ride on board with Einstein himself. Trying a different look for the in-car camera. I kind of like this look, but yeah. Here he goes. Boom. Rumor has it, in this universe, Brad Keselowski's close friends with Sean Payton.
He condoned a bounty system. Mm-hmm.
Tony Stewart's view of the whole thing. Jeez, just whoop. Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I mean, he could have easily slowed it down sooner. On board with Denny Hamster. Haven't called him Hamster in a little bit. I don't know why. But yeah, here's his view. Yeah, he got popped. Jeez. This should be a fun view. We're going to ride on board with AJ Allmendinger for this one. I can only imagine what AJ's thinking. Like, all right, we're getting some moves here. Where's the two going? Just straight. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, yeah, you're going to see the replay stuff here. I'm just backing it up. Wow. Like, wow. We're going to click through here. Like, look how close Allmendinger got. We'll watch it on the roof cam here in slow motion. Here, I'll just do this. Look at this. Watch how close. Just, wow. Jeez. That was, oh my gosh, that was close. One final view from Casey Mears' view. Watch this. Man, have we taken those guys out with us too? Like, we'd have taken the whole field out practically. But, yeah, let's go back down for the green. Well, we're getting ready to go green. And it's safe to say, Better Cautions Mod does not seem to want to cooperate with me. This go around. So we're 9th because there was only going to be 9 cars on the lead lap. I'm supposed to be behind Junior. Jamie, what are you doing? Oh, that's right. We just can glitch through everybody. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Coming to the green here.
This is weird. I'm going to stay on the bottom so anybody who passes me won't get blacked. But Ambrose is the leader. Looks like we're kind of figuring it out now up ahead. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Green flag.
All right, so we got the green. I was very tempted to restart because of all the shenanigans coming to the green and everything. And then I was just like, well, you know, these things happen in other streams and videos I see, like where there's like this most random like glitchiness or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I might as well show y'all what I mean. Joey must have gotten blacked. So I was like, I'll just leave it in. And then I was like, you know what? I don't, like I've said in the past, I don't like to chop my main audio recording clips into it at all. Like I like to have one single one. It's easier to time up. I was like, you know what? I have to go check this replay out. So I went back to the earlier part of the race, right? When Brad went in the wall, and I wasn't certain if I hit him or not. We made the slightest bit of contact. So I ruined Brad's day, right? Dude was running 30th. His day was already ruined. This... I could go off on a swear tangent right now, but I do want to try to watch it. I got very frustrated at Daytona at the road course race for the Endurance Series. It was a long-ass day. And so, yeah, when I was listening back, I'm like, it's just not what I really want to have too much of. I know I cursed already a little bit, but I'm going to try to pull it together here for the sake of the rest of this video. But, so I made a little contact, yeah. So I ruined his 30th place day that was already pretty much shot. This POS literally aimed for me on the apron to cause that crash I saw. Like, are you kidding me? I've never had something like that. Like, it could be just purely coincidental that, you know, that it all happened. But for the sake of immersion in a storyline here, we have a massive, I mean, Brian Vickers, Carl Edwards combined rivalry right now with Brad Keselowski. Dude went out of his way to take me out, and he took out like half the cars in this field. Like there's 14 cars out. Well, Reagan blew up coming to the green, so he doesn't technically count, but he could have been damaged. Robbie's damaged from the crash. I mean, like everybody was damaged from that crash. It was probably one of the biggest crashes we've had in a while. First crash of the 2011 season in the Cup cars. Reagan's out, Johnson's out, Truex, Kenseth, Gilliland, Hamlin, Stewart, Menard, Bain, Mears. Brad took himself out, dumbass. Kyle Busch, Yaley, and Gordon all out. Ryan Newman currently is the leader. I'm 9, almost 10 seconds back, so I mean, yeah, we're not winning anything other than the Perseverance Award, I suppose. There is 3 cars up ahead for position that we might get. That's Rudiman, Jr., and that's it. Never mind, not 3, 2. What the actual F, though, man? Like, seriously. Dude, straight, just, he was going so much faster than everybody. Like, he could have just smoked it right around the bottom. Got it, I think, well, he had pit early, so he could have gotten one of his laps back. Like, I went down pit road with the intention of, like, negating that I was on the track, because I didn't want to get black flagged, and I figured I had a lap advantage. I was like, I could have obviously cleared my own black flag, but I also didn't want to, you know, have a 6-second lead, 9-second lead, whatever it was, come into the line on top of lap in the field because of, you know, me spinning out coming to pit road. So I was like, I'll just let it go. I'll bite the bullet on it, and I'll just go to the back of it and just be careful the rest of the race. No, Brad Keselowski says, I'm going to go to the apron, target you, and just dump you. Like, are you serious? I'm just, oh my gosh. I've had, you know, instances where, like, they'll move up, or like Kenseth, he actually, like, did a bump and run on me. I've flashed back to it before. I'm not going to flash back to it again, but, like, I've had little moments like that. I've never had them go off the race, off the racing surface to hit me. Like, unless they were like bumped into or wrecked. What the frick is this 37 car's problem today? Go to the bottom. He's like up and down, up and down. Like, where are you going? He's gonna start like he's gonna try to go under Rudiment, and then he starts coming up into the lane, and then I have nowhere to go. My goodness, I'm irritated right now. Of course, Logano's going to try to push 3 wide here. Let's make it interesting.
3 wide, inside. Outside. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. You're clear if you need it. Clear. Head a spin down the back.
The backstretch isn't wide enough. The backstretch. We weren't even turning. You all couldn't go. Oh my gosh.
Still there. Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
Caution number 3. So we're going to get ready to come off this turn 4 wide. And I wasn't even fully up there at that moment. And then I started to right around here. And I'm just curious, why could we not go in a straight line 4 wide? I'm going up towards the wall. Junior's into Rudiment at that point. Logano just, I guess, wasn't going to give the room to Junior. And then Junior wasn't going to be able to go anywhere and locked up with Rudiment, which, you know, obviously then in turn crashed into me. And I didn't have to push it 4 wide, but I mean, I figured we're going to be going down the straightaway in a straight line. Like, we could hold 4 wide, right? But not when Logano is involved. Man, 2 drivers who were very polarizing through their careers already kind of living up to some of that hype in this series, at least in my eyes. Joey's just a pain at times, and well, obviously we have a very fierce rivalry with Brad that I don't see going away anytime soon.
All right, buddy, coming to the green here.
So we're getting ready to take the green flag. I don't know what's going on. It said stay behind the 00. So I tried to, and then I don't know. And then it said tail end of the line. I have no idea if I'm going to get blacked. This is awful. We had better cautions mod I thought last season here. I don't remember this being a problem. But I'll make a track note. We can't run double file restarts because all hell breaks loose.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out. You're clear if you need it.
Stay high.
Right in front of you. 103 and 4 now. Inside. 3 wide. Clear all around. All clear. Inside.
Save it.
Closed at this time. The road's closed at this time. Stay high.
Well, I think that'll do it.
Clear. Clear.
God, I hope it does it. I am ready to leave this race. Not because I hate the track, just this race has been frustrating. Our 4th and final caution comes to us courteous of who? Let's see, maybe this is it. Kurt Busch and Casey Kane. They just crowd each other up there and say, hey, guess who's nearby? Joey Logano. Yeah, so the Red Bull and the Penske car go around. Yeah, we kind of had not really a front row. We were kind of like back in like row 30 or something for a view of it, but I'm just glad that we don't have to worry about another restart, and we're done. We're able to leave Vegas. Next season, no better cautions mod, because it did not work very well this race. So we are taking the white flag as we speak. And yeah, I'm just glad we're getting out of here. Man, I'm definitely making a note. Better cautions mod, do not use at 2018 Las Vegas Torch Edition. It just does not work here. And it's unfortunate because this is like a really fun version of Las Vegas. Like, I really enjoy it. And yeah. Normally with this much, you know, kind of BS in a race, like, even if it was at the end of a race, like, I would probably be inclined to just say, gosh, I can't believe we just wasted all this time, we gotta redo it. But Brad Bullseye, beelining, whatever, a revenge hit was just too... It's not that we haven't had a real good rivalry in a while. It's the fact that he went on the apron when he had no reason to hit me. I couldn't. I just like, you know, I can't restart this. I have to show the world this one. And by the world, I mean my small little corner of the very small corner of the internet. But that'll do it. We are done. Vegas, adios. Whoever had this kind of craziness on their bingo card, you just hit the jackpot. Ryan Newman gets the win. Marcos Ambrose, Brian Vickers, Juan Montoya, Dale Jr., David Ruderman, Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards, myself, Kurt Busch make up the top 10 and your only cars on the lead lap. And then we got Martin Biffle, Blaney, Dave Blaney, 13th, AJ Allmendinger, Bobby Labonte, 15th, and just a slew of cars out, which we talked about earlier. So yeah, before something else breaks, I think it's a good time to cut the video so that way it doesn't crash or anything, and call it a day. So hope y'all enjoyed. It had its craziness, but hopefully at our next race it will not be as crazy. What am I saying? Our next race I think is Bristol, isn't it? As I say this, I'm like waiting for the game to crash. Yeah. Our next Cup race is Bristol. We have trucks at Darlington on Wednesday, but Cup race is Bristol, so we'll probably have some craziness again, but that'll do it. Thank you all for the love and support through likes, comments, subscriptions, etc. And until next time, everybody, try not to have too crazy, but have a good one.